I'm here with Coach Mershman over here in Carey. And Coach, can you just tell me on how those first 10 weeks went for you?
So, we ended up 6-4. The 4 games we lost are all playoff teams. An 8-2, 9-1, 9-1, 9-1. So those teams that we lost to are really good teams. They're playing well. They're all still playing in the playoffs. They're 1 seeds, 2 seeds. We played a really tough schedule this year. We ended up, 6-4, but I think our kids found out a lot about themselves and found out a lot about their character and some resiliency on how to play the game through the whole season.
So the first game, you're over at Hopewell and unfortunately lost Eli early in that game.
Yep.
How would you say you guys, the team, has adapted and overcome that big loss and become who they are right now?
Yeah, so when we lost Eli, some guys had to step up, and Carter Bame, Mace Puckett, and Dash Puckett all stepped up. Tripp got better as the year went on. So all those guys stepped up in the backfield to take on a little bit of Eli's role. Now, Eli has come back for us, and he's getting stronger and stronger every week and is taking some of his role back. Just lets those guys play a little bit more free now on defense and a little more fresher, and it's really showing up. I mean, when we played Patrick Henry, I thought we played with a really good physicality that Eli showed us how to play with.
So it seemed like there's some guys at some new positions and stuff this year. Throughout the year, what did you like from them?
Yeah, so we had a couple guys switch positions to help us out. Mainly our offensive line. Chase Stone went from tight end to left tackle, and Beckham Sherman went from fullback role to the right tackle. And without those guys, I don't know where we'd be right now without them. They have really stepped up, and as the year has gone on, they have gotten better and better and better and better. They've never played offensive line until this year. So as they were playing offensive line, they just kept growing and growing and growing, and I think that's what's led us to where we're at right now.
So last week, you went on the road to Patrick Henry, a tough Patrick Henry team that's been going deep in the playoffs these last few years. Can you just explain to me what it was like going up to their place and just the way you were able to dominate the game on the ground?
So we went up there last year. We lost 24-0. And this year going there, we had a little bit, hey, we know what the locker room's like. We know what the field's like. We know the drive, everything. So our guys had a lot of confidence going into it. They didn't lose a whole lot, and they returned a lot of guys, but I mean, they lost their quarterback, which was a stud. Our guys just felt confident about the game, and that's all I asked for them, is to play the entire game, play hard, and we'll just see where we're at the end. And I think when we went there, right from the rip, we just played with a really good, intense physicality that I was extremely proud of.
So going into week 12 here, you're going to another very tough opponent, Margaretta. What can you say about going there, playing this team, and what you got to do to go in and be successful? Yeah,
so they lost their first game of the year, and then they rattled off 9 straight here. They had a bye last week. So, they beat Hopewell that we lost to earlier in the year. They've gotten better as the year has gone on. It's going to be a little bit different game for us than Patrick Henry. Patrick Henry was big up front, had some really physical dudes. These guys are a little bit quicker up front. They got 1 or 2 physical big dudes, but not like what Patrick Henry had. But they are fast off the ball. So we're going to have to be mindful of that. Their quickness kind of reminds me as a team defense as what we played with Galleon week 2. So we got to be ready for that speed, and I'm hoping we are, and we'll just kind of see how the week progresses.
So one big name over there, which you probably know already, Judah Keller.
Yeah.
What do you have to do to prepare for him and to stop him from having an explosive game?
Yeah, he's one of the keys that we're looking at, but they got some other dudes. Their quarterback's really good, so they have other pieces than just him. On the defensive side, he's flying around making plays. So we're just trying to replicate that as best we can with whatever scout guy we have. We're keeping an eye on where he's at in all of our sets. So, I don't think you can match what he does in practice with your scout team, but we're mindful of him.
Margaretta, they have an experienced coach over there. Obviously, you're an experienced coach. So what's it like facing off against someone like that?
Yeah, I mean, with experienced coach, they're well coached. They're going to know our ins and outs. We're going to try to know their ins and outs. And I'm not naive to say he's not going to have a few wrinkles up his sleeves. He's seen a lot of ball, so he's seen a lot of plays that he likes and don't like, and so I'm excited about this game. Not really because coach, but more of us getting another test at ourselves. So like we always first start with ourselves, and then we start with our opponent. So I'm just excited to see how we come out. Are we able to bring that same physicality we did last week to this game? And it's going to be a fun game.
This week, we've been blessed so far this year with some good weather.
Yeah.
And it's looking like it's going to be a bit colder on Friday and some rain as well. How do you think your style of play can benefit in bad weather conditions?
Yeah, so, I've told the kids this before. We typically don't look our best in the first couple weeks. It's hot. Our physicality, we're just not ready yet. We are one of those teams that I would like to say that we're built for moving further and further on into the season. And now when we're into playoffs, I'm hoping that we can do this, because this is what I plan on preparing for in the November months. You have no idea what you're going to get. So if we can use our running game and our style of play to benefit us, I think it is now. Yeah, this region was pretty tough from 1 through 12. Like you said, I mean, the last game of the year was Seneca East, and Mohawk kind of threw a wrench in everybody's plans because Seneca East won that game and moved up and pushed everybody around, and you look at the rankings going into that, or what it was supposed to be, this guy, and it didn't turn out that way. So that's the same with these playoff games. 1 through 12, anybody can win. So it's anybody's game. You have to come ready to play week in and week out from here on out, or you go home permanently.
What are you looking forward into the game this week and the keys to the game?
It starts with up front for us, offense and defensive line, our front seven and their front seven, and vice versa on offense and defense. So, that's where we start. That's where we try to build first. So that's usually where I'm excited to see, how we deal with those things. And then it works to the back. Our defensive backs, I think, have gotten better as the year has gone on. And I'm just excited to see how everybody plays together.
Carey seems like it travels pretty well with the fans and stuff, with the football team. Nice football community over here. What message do you want to send out for Carey Nation for Friday night?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good crowd. My message would be, this is going to be one that you're going to want to come see. So I always say it's better live than on TV. So I would love to see, as many guys and girls or people at the game as we can get cheering us on, because I know our team always feeds off of our energy.
So we'll be over there on Friday. It'll be a recap video, but nonetheless, we're going to have video on your game.
Right.
But look forward to it, Coach. Good luck, and we'll see you then.
All right. Thank you very much.